that was pretty loud. All right, we got this front and center. This should be nice and charged. And we're live. We are live. What's going on, everyone? So I've owned, sorry for the little, little not ready kind of thing there. But yes, so I've owned the OP-1 here for a few months now. And I think it's time for me to spend some more meaningful time with the device and learn it better and just kind of have some fun with it. But before I begin, let me just do one thing here. I want to be able to see. Okay, we're good. So yeah, I'm going to sit down and try to just make some music and just experiment a little bit with this device here and see how that goes. All right, let me just bring this mic a little lower. That looks good. Let's bring this even a little bit lower, perhaps. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Maybe even bring the desk a little bit lower, perhaps. Cool. All right. We got the Zelda thing up front. Hopefully my mic is coming in. Sounds nice and clear. Hopefully. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. So one of the things that I'm curious about, if I go to this tape track and go to the very beginning, I want to get a little bit more familiar with how this works. So make sure we're not too hot here. So let me see, how do we go further back? So that's the first thing. So if I do shift back, that goes all the way back. Okay, so shift, no, stop and back goes all the way back. And we can shift between. So this isn't looped here. So let's take the loop off. Shift back. Let's go in. And let's go out. And now if I go back, stop. Okay. Stop will bring me right to here. Okay, so that's too far. So I need to go back to here to loop out. Let's try that again. And before I even continue, let me just give myself hey, what's going on, buddy? So you said you're doing with the OP-1 what I'm doing with. Oh, wow, that's cool, man. So I'm curious, and let me know how my voice is and how the sound quality and how everything is sounding. I was just about to do a sound check. I'm really curious about that device. I think it's quite incredible. There was a time when I was thinking about getting one, and I still might eventually. I think what they did with it is incredible. I've seen some people like do some really cool stuff with like MIDI art as well with that, which I think is really, really cool stuff. But I think what I guess made me have a little bit of hesitation for myself was the lack of velocity sensitivity on those pads. I think I read something that said maybe they might eventually come out with a second device, a sequel, updated version of it that might have that. But I think that was just wishful thinking. But I'm really curious to know what your thoughts are on it so far, and how long have you had it for? Was it a Christmas gift? Levels are good. Okay, cool. Man, so I asked that question about 30 or 40 seconds ago. I think I'm going to want to experiment a little bit with like the low latency settings on YouTube. Matter of fact, let me see if I can change that real quick right now, because I'm just curious to know, because I know on Twitch when I'm live streaming there, people are able to respond to me much faster. So let me see if I can make that change in real time. I'm just curious to see if that changes anything. All right, so note to self for next time. So I have it set to normal latency. It looks like you can't change the latency once you're live, but we can still rock here. So yeah, let's go back to this. So stop brings you there. So if I wanted to let's see, shift forward goes to the end, and this goes to the next. So if I wanted to do in here, that's 1, 2, and then out. I still need to get comfortable with how the recording structure works on here. I'm not like comfortable with it yet, this whole tape thing. So I want to explore what I've done so far on here. So these red lines, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, mean that we have something on those tracks, but on 3 and 4 we don't have something. I have had it for 6 months, just now opening it up because of life, or rather family member. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Jeez. Yeah, sorry to hear it, man. Never easy at all, of course. But yeah, glad you're getting a chance to kind of get into the swing of things and stuff with it, and hopefully find some enjoyment with it. What would this look like if I bring this camera at the top here? And oh, look at that. There we go. That's it. Now you can see me a little bit. I could just keep experimenting with different ideas with this mirror. I think it's really cool. Like each time, like I just have it on an angle. You can kind of see me a little bit, just my eyes. I think that's pretty dope. Shout out to Cuckoo for the inspiration on that. Y'all know who Cuckoo is. Maybe you do. I'm assuming. So I need to be able to know. So let's take out loop and let's go, I guess, to stop out like that. So stop forward should get us all the way out to the end. You said, I love it. I was going to get an MPC-1, but I got a bargain on the Deluge. I have other controls for velocity. Got you. That's cool, man. I'm so happy to hear that you're enjoying it. That's really good stuff. Yeah, getting new equipment. I think right now I'm kind of in the season of I think for people who are into music, or excuse me for yawning, or content creators in general, or artists or anyone, just creatives, not even content. You may not stream stuff, you may just make music for yourself. But I think that there's always something like always pulling us to tell your wife I'm ready for her ladyfingers to play. I'll pass the message along. My pregnant wife, who's upstairs sleeping right now, just walked upstairs to the bed. What was I saying? Yeah, just about getting new gear all the time, right? And I think one of the things that I'm kind of really trying to be intentional about this year is not focusing so much on the new gear or the new apps, but rather doubling down on the stuff that I either really enjoy. So you'll be seeing a lot more content on Core Gadget on the iPad here. I've been really having a blast, absolute blast, revisiting that app and learning some new tricks in there, and kind of seeing that it's not a very popular app, or I shouldn't say it's not very popular, to maybe get inspired by it and give that particular app a try. And certainly just spending some more time with this here, with the OP-1, and just learning it. So for example, looking at these, like the timeline on the bottom, so we're on shape 1. So when you see these lines, I guess that means that you have data on that particular part of the tape, like the Kate, like right there. So if I was just like, I'm just curious, if I'm just like messing around. So if I wanted to turn that into a beat, I need to be able to be like, boom, here, shift forward, that goes to the end. Doubling down, that's the way. Yeah, that's it, man, for sure. Absolutely, especially in the content creation world. So if I'm here and I'm like, all right, I guess I would do a loop in there, shift forward. Okay. Why can't I go forward? That's weird. Okay, I'm not sure why. Why wouldn't it let me go forward? I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so I'm trying to go forward 4 bars and to set up a 4-bar loop right now. So why does that not work the way that I want it to? it's not stop forward. So shift back certainly can go back. Shift forward doesn't let me go forward. I don't really know. I don't know why that's not happening. Right? I should be. There's something going on here, clearly. Okay, maybe you set the tape length already. Maybe you set the tape length. Okay, let's go in here. I think in here, the tape speed, 1:1, 90 BPM. Yeah, because I'm supposed to see these little lines here, right, to show where I am at on the song, which I don't see there. So therein lies an issue, which I guess I can kind of try to figure out. Let's see. There's the BPM. These need to be linked. I think there's the issue. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So they weren't linked. And if they're not linked, then that's not good. I need to understand what that exact, like, I don't know what this means. Link in red versus in green, and sync and PO sync. I don't know what all that means. But I think for now, I'll just leave it on link like this. Yeah, and then beat match. And then I'll come back here. Now I should be able to, I guess I should be able to, let's go here. And let's say this is in. 2, 3, 4, and this is out. So now I should have 4 bars of, let's turn the metronome up. And let's come back here. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. All right, so that's going. So let's come back over here maybe. Let's just experiment with it. See if that's clean. You said PO sync is the pocket operators which use a pulse to sync. Gotcha. Okay, I figured it was pocket operators, but yeah, okay. I've never used the pocket operator before, so I'm not as familiar with that whole thing. So that doesn't sound clean to me though, and that might be because. All right, so let's lift this. Been lifted. Let's come here and let's try to do this loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think it's because I might need to have a little space between like the end of one and the start of the next, perhaps. Maybe I'll have to experiment with that. But I do know that hitting stop gets you to the beginning of the loop of the beginning of the loop. So if I go, let's see, if I go here, let's find a better sound. So what if I wanted to mess around with? Well, I guess we'll experiment with the arpeggiator later. Let's turn it off. So let's try something like that. Let's go back here. And I think we can go back a little bit. Let's see. And he'll go back a little and then record play. I don't like that. Let's lift that. Try again. All right, so that's let me see. Let's lift this. All right, let's try that So see how it's not right on. It's not exact. So let's try again. So perhaps actually what would be a better idea is to go shift forward. No. Stop forward doesn't get you to the end of the bar. Okay. So shift forward to maybe here, and then let's try that again from here, like within the actual loop. So that's something. So now we can come here and bring it. So that seems to me right away like, okay, my strategy is like, I'm going to delete this, but I think if I go 1, so that's the 1 section, that's 2, that's 3. So I think you said, can you nudge it? Probably. I might have to look at or experiment with how to do that. But I think what works a little bit better for me here is setting the 4-bar loop, and then like I want to be able to do this quick, right? So setting a 4-bar loop and then going to the 4th bar, the start of the 4th bar, by doing shift forward and then recording from here, so that's your 4-bar counting like a metronome. That's the aha moment for me. So like, for example, let's lift this and let's lift this. So now nothing is here. And let's find, I don't know, find a better sound, something that like maybe I got Zelda here, right? So let's do some Zelda. Let's try that. So I would go here, I would go shift 1, 2, 3, and then let's lift this. So you need to be, so I can't lift if nothing is there. I need to be on the actual thing. Okay. So something like that. Messed up. So it's a 4th. Okay, let's try that again. And I also don't love this sound, this plugin. Let's try another one. Try that. So what if I... Okay, so that's good to know too. So you're messing around with the sound. So you like that, and then you're like, okay, I want to start recording. So you don't have to go into tape mode. You can just go and hit this and then start recording right away. But I wonder if there's a way to automate that counting thing. Probably not. That's maybe asking for too much. But I can hit that. Oh, or I can, okay, so maybe you don't need a counter. Maybe you just, if you're doing something with one hand, you just press and hold and then start playing, and then it'll start recording. So like this. Let's try that. darn it, I messed up again, boys and girls. So you can't lift when it's playing. Alright, let's even go back in. Let's fine tune this thing. To put this on the OP-1 and chill. Let me actually do this really quick. Let me see. How do I do that? I gotta go to YouTube and I gotta go to my live. That looks and sounds pretty darn good to me. Let's share. Let's copy. Let's bring this into Insta. Bring this into OP-1 and chill, and let's do like a little live. So live now. Let's say live. That looks pretty good. And then let's put like a little, I don't know, link perhaps. Paste. Done. And then let's tag K-Mat. I mean, not K-Mat, it's Khordmaster. And let's bring that behind. And I think we good to go. Boom. All right, so that's good. And let me reshare this really quick on my personal accounts. And then I think we are good to go. All right, so that's good. All right, so I'm getting somewhere, kind of. Let's even experiment with different sounds. That's not going to really work. That could work. That doesn't say recording. All right, so what just happened here? So I recorded drums on, oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. No wonder this is happening. Let's go shift forward. Okay, now I'm a little confused. Shift, oh wait. Okay, so shift stop changes the, okay, that's good to know. So that's loop out. So I'm gonna have to lift this out because I just recorded. That wasn't clean. All right, let's try that. Let's bring this down. this, right, what I'm doing right now, if I hold record, so I think right now I'm on track 2, so I need to be on a different track. I need to make sure that I don't see anything but the green bar to know that I'm recording something on a fresh track. So let's try that. So okay, that's not what we wanted. So then 1 and 2 is done. Let's go to 3. That's some loud bass right there. So we need to lower this big bottom. So, all right, I'm kind of getting somewhere, like with understanding how to use this. I'm also kind of curious about, I don't know if I should just experiment. Maybe I should about, I think we'll check out the arpeggiator a little bit first, actually. So let's I'm not really feeling this song, but I'm just kind of experimenting, as y'all can see. So let's take, I lifted something, I put that same thing back down. So if I lift something, lifted wolves on 1. Now we only have the drums. So if I wanted to say, I don't know, lift drums and put the drums on 4, I think I can do that. Go to 4. So I brought drums from 2 to 4. Boom. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Okay, now what if I wanted to check out? Ah, wait a sec. It's not where it needs to be. Okay, so when you lift something, let's see, it pastes where you are at. So I need to do it that way. Okay. And if you, I guess if you're on the end of the bar and you hit play, no, somehow it just started going forward. But okay, that's cool. So what about some of the, look at this piece of hair. Look at this. Do you guys see this? Like what? Like, come on. Come on there, buddy. Wait, there it is. Can you see it? I don't know. Yeah, I think you can. I don't know. Okay. So what about this has a radio in it, I think, or I thought. I'm curious to know how to sample from the radio on here. So I'm only connected. Let's go here. I think, do I need... See, no, not good signal. Is that because the signal is just terrible down here? Or whatever it is, we're not doing it. How do I get out of here? Ah, okay. All right, so let's check out I guess the arpeggiator a little bit. Or what is this? This is called the... Not arpeggiator. What is this called? Yeah, arpeggiator, right? All right, let's go to, I don't know, arpeggio. And let's go to find a better sound, perhaps. All right, what's going on here? Okay, there we go. so what about FX is off? What about here? So I have something going there, but what about, what if I wanted to record this with a different tempo and not what the tempo that I'm currently on? So let me think about that. It has something to do with this area. So if the tape speed is 1:1. So what if I change the tape speed? Okay, so let's experiment a little bit. So the tape speed, one of these changes is going to change all the previous stuff between the BPM and the tape speed, and the other one is going to change just the tape, and the previous stuff is going to stay the same tempo, I think. So let me understand this a little better. So if I come here and I go to, say, how do I get to the beginning again? Is it stop back? Okay, so if I be like stop back and then be like in, shift 1, 2, 3, 4, out, boom. So I have a beat there. If I go play it, I'm going to try changing both of these and see which one. One of these should not change the way the song sounds, I think. It's the BPM. Okay. That's good to know. Because that means that I can just change the BPM pretty easily. But if I change the tape speed, this is what's going to affect what you're hearing. So I got to understand what scenarios would I ever want to touch this. Maybe the way that I'm using this, maybe never, but certainly the BPM. All right, so if I go back here and I go stop forward, I think this should be, I don't freaking know. Just like, okay, let me see. Loop out, loop in. So there's the, okay, so stop forward gets to the very end of whatever is recorded on here. So let's go to, let's lift that from 4. Let's go to 1. And so now let's go here. So if I wanted to record something with a faster speed, like what I was just doing, for example. I forget what it was, but. My guess is the tape speed would be for effects or to transpose. Yeah, that sounds about right. The tape speed is what affects what's recorded already. The tempo, so I can use, I mean, I was confused about that before, but I guess essentially I can use the tempo, I can change the tempos the way that I would anything else, and it won't affect previous stuff on here. And that's what I was after, so that's good to know. So I can be like, so if I wanted something like that going, I can come here and I can be like boom and so let me see. I gotta find something that I wanna. try that. What in the world? Why is this so long? That's what she said. Let's lift this up. So let's go one. Wait, I'm confused at what's happening here. So let's go, I guess, I don't know, here. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. All right, let's try this. And then come in here. So what I just did was I was failing the beat and I was like, oh, let me just go ahead and just record right in. But once you do that, it's on the tape and there's no undo button, I believe, on here. So there's no way to get that what I just recorded lifted unless I'm recording to a separate track. So that's something to just be mindful of, right? So I wasn't on. Can't change when you have a loop going. You can't change the BPM right then and there, but you can change the tape speed. But again, the tape speed is going to control everything, so you don't necessarily want to touch that ever, I think, or at least from my understanding so far. I need to look up on here real quick. Let me check this. Does the OP-1 need an antenna for the FM radio? OP-1 FM radio, FM antenna. Let's look at this. So yeah, it certainly does. OP-1 accessories. Let's see. The portable Worley synthesizer accessories. Okay, there you go. Sold out. FM1. There you go. includes FM antenna, crank bender. I'm gonna have to get me on one of these here for sure. 3.5 plug-in. Or I can always just order one of these for better signal reception when indoor or in room. So this is for better signal reception, aka I don't have any signal reception here right now with this. Okay, so all right, let's mess around a little bit with the effects. How would I ever use this? All right, so let's come back into here. Let's lift this. We don't really care about anything that we just recorded. Let's get all this out. And let's say if we wanted to, I don't know, mess around with some more synths. What are all these? This is for that. This is that. This is this. This is LFO, I guess. Also, what the heck? There we go. What in the happened there? So this needs to be here. Loop in. Now it's on 4 bars. So what if I hit a button? So that should probably, yeah, that'll record a little bit of that. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, I'm getting somewhere, I guess. I don't know. Am I getting somewhere? Who knows? Boom, 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 boom. Is this really slanted? Yeah, it sure is a little bit. Maybe it's my camera is slanted a little bit. Let's see. Okay, now I'm messing it up a little bit. How do I turn off like the chat messages? Yep, there we go. So I can just see this a little clearer. Let's see. Yeah, that seems pretty good, I guess. Let's bring this a little closer. Bring that a little closer. Bring this a little closer. There we go. Cool. What kind of sound is this? All right, let's check out some of these. Arpeggiator. What about endless? What does endless do? What does green do? Nothing. Oh, this changes. What if you wanted to record this into here? Lift. So, okay, so when you're in the drum, when you're in this drum section and you want to start recording right away, like if it's playing, so it doesn't keep recording that way. However, it seemed like it did it properly when you're here, or did it? I don't really know. I think when you let go, it just doesn't do it, right? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, when you're in it, when you're, what am I trying to say? When you are in the tape track and you press and hold record and hit a button, hit a note to start recording, it'll keep recording. When you're not in the tape track, it does not do that. So let's understand that better. If I, well, let's actually try to get some drums in here first. Let's go. Whoops. Interesting. All right, so we don't really like this, but I'm again just experimenting. So what if we go to I don't know, back here? What about mixing levels? The mixer is here. There we go. Pretty easy. All right, so let's try to make something, I guess. All right, so that's here. I mean, I was gonna say I don't see myself ever using this, but I mean, you kind of have to use what's here, right? Some of these I don't know if I would really use, but I don't know. Maybe I would. Finger is. So if I wanted to record this, no. easily get some drum stuff started. That's pretty cool. Okay. Then I will turn that down. How do I erase? Okay. I don't understand this at all, really. Okay, maybe I'll try to experiment with this a little bit. This is pretty fun, experimenting with this OP-1 here. Maybe let's actually come back over here. Let's go to the beginning. What if I hit these two together? No, I thought that might give you like a 4-bar loop if you hit these two together in one shot. Wishful thinking. All right, so what about these buttons? These do something to the performance, so you can perform. So the reason that's doing that is because something to do with the BPM. I'm confused why that's not looping properly right now. Let's see. Interesting. So you see what's happening here is, so you can't just change the tempo in the track because it's going to affect everything on the tape. That's interesting. I gotta figure that out. So is this like zooming in or something? What is this doing? This is moving the point or something. Okay. What is this doing? This controls the input volume regardless if you're on shift or not. Okay, what does this do? Oh, so you can speed up the tape track with this. So you can be like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. On the first go round, let it rock with the normal speed. And then the second go round. What about shift? Shift. So I don't really know what this green thing is doing really at all. Okay, it's increasing or decreasing the loop point. But how does it know? How do you know if it's going to do the loop out or the loop in? Okay, so maybe when you're not holding anything, it does a loop out, and when you hold shift, it does a loop in. There we go. Cool. So if I wanted to just be like, I wanted to loop here. I can hit stop. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then Yeah, this is really good stuff. So what about these master effects? Let's see. How do you change the master effects? So I go here. Okay. No, that's gonna change that. Oh man, it's such a deep device. It's just so much stuff you could do with this. It's really cool. Oh man, I'm a little tired. A little tired. A little tired. I'll be alright though. I'll be alright. All right. So how do you change these master effects? So one of these has to be something with the master effect. I'm kind of effects off. I don't quite know. Shift here. No, that's still gonna just do. Yeah, I'm not too sure. All right. So now that we know that, what if we wanted to go shift? And what if we wanted to do loop in here? I guess I don't know. What about here? And okay, let's try this one. Oh wait, I think I messed something up here. All right, so how do we get out of here? How do we zoom in again on this? Let me see. So, okay, we don't really, if we do loop out here, that will do that. All right, something weird is going on here. Is this like, how is it jumping to different loop points? That's odd. What's happening? That's very odd. All right, well, I'm getting somewhere with this. All right, that's good stuff. All right, I think that's the end of today's live stream, guys. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of y'all day, and I'll see you on the next one.